Elevated Roller Derby is a nonprofit amateur sports organization dedicated to athleticism, empowerment, and sportsmanship. Tonight, they talk about their commitment to teaching and growing the sport and providing leadership development opportunities within the community. Thank you for coming on tonight's show to talk more about Elevated. I want to start by learning more about how it was formed and what inspired you to take part, because honestly, the idea of strapping skates on, period, one thing. But now you bouncing off it. Roller derby is not for the weak, let's just say. So why? Why this?
For me, it was all spite, actually.
Good reason.
It's a really good way to work out the feelings.
Yeah.
I used to call it healthy self-harm.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up violently unathletic, and I thought that I have been taught to be really small a lot of my life, and this is a space where you get to be really, really big, and you get to, like Ty said, lash out some of the hard feelings that you have and have a safe container to just express some really big emotion.
Well, being that you are working with other people that are probably feeling the same way, how is the camaraderie of the team when, you may be working out some issues?
It's really excellent. It really is. It's the most supportive community I've been a part of. And everyone understands, we're a very progressive community. So it's very accepting and understanding, and people we do a lot of communication.
I would expect. So how did the derby begin? What's the history?
So roller derby has been around for a really long time. You might have seen the bank track skaters in the 70s and stuff. Elevated roller derby started in 2005 or 2004? 2005.
That's why they were.
Yeah, Elevated roller derby started in 2005, and yeah, we've been going ever since. We're the 46th out of 89 we're ranking for the whole west side of the continent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you have coming up that we should be looking forward to?
Well, we have an opportunity for some of the more rookie skaters like myself to gather in Los Alamos at higher altitude because we need more of a challenge.
Yep.
And it's where some of the OGs that we just kind of look at starry-eyed and are afraid to talk to on the track get to sit down with us and teach us some of the basics of skating. They teach us skate maintenance. They teach us the rules that can fly by, because there's 80 something pages in our rule book. It's I think some of our history we missed too is the sort of reiteration of it in Texas was just drunk punks in parking garages.
Yep.
But now it's elevated to a really hyper professional sport of extreme athleticism. And so it's a lot to think about mentally all the time, and obviously a huge physical challenge too. So this weekend we'll have a lot of explanation and a lot of teaching around some of those rules and how to skate properly so that us rookies aren't falling into people and destroying knees and backs.
So that'll be at the end of the month. Every Monday we have our Fundamental Mondays. So that's where we teach new people how to skate. When I started on Mondays, I was crawling on my hands and my knees. So we'll teach you everything.
So I was wondering, do you have people that actually go in there? I couldn't imagine, but that may have not even skated before, but wanted to do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. See, not for the weak. Not for the weak.
And another really beautiful thing is a lot of people, it's not starting at 15 when you're all easy to heal and bubble boned. It's a lot of older people who are really reclaiming their bodies and their strengths, and there's kind of high stakes when we fall, but we're doing it.
So I have to ask, being that, what is your skater name?
My skater name is Kushinta.
Yeah. And yours is Libido.
Libido Loca.
So where do you come up with it? Where's the inspiration behind your names?
I just try to find something fun and vulgar that's
that makes people go,
I think, to be honest, roller derby kind of reminds me of reclaiming a healthy sexuality too, and so they seemed really intertwined to me, and it seemed again a safe space to release, and Libido Loca matches that as well.
So what would you tell people who are watching right now that are like, I might be interested, but I'm not sure? What would you tell them to kind of give them that decision to try it?
I mean, super try it. If you're nervous about the physical part, we also have skating refs. We also have off skates officials. So there's all sorts of stuff for all sorts of people to do.
Awesome. So where can people learn more about your group?
You can just find us at elevatedrollerderby.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Elevated Roller Derby.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for coming on tonight and tell us about the group and what's coming up. And we look forward to seeing more.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be back.